officer was fired after he lied about being shot and blamed an innocent man.
Tonight, the man who was wrongfully accused is speaking only with News 5 and revealing he plans to sue. News 5's Mona Kosar-Abdi is live tonight from Coshocton. And Mona, you learned this same officer has a history with Chaz Gilliland.
That's right, Lee, but it looks like the tables have turned, and now it's Gilliland that's going after the police department for being falsely accused, and Officer Eubanks, who may be facing some serious charges.
I've been shot.
An officer down. Newcomers Town Officer Brian Eubanks claiming to have been ambushed by two men.
Two white males. The passenger is armed.
And the passenger, a familiar face.
But I believe the passenger is going to be Chad Gilliland. He is also the one that shot me. Passenger has a vest on. Looks like a K9 or utility vest.
A close description to the one Gilliland is wearing in his Facebook profile picture. And within minutes, a statewide manhunt was initiated. That picture displayed all over.
Almost like took it as a joke, like because I was in bed.
The first of many discrepancies Chief Gary Holland says would come up in Eubanks' story. According to Chief Holland, there was no traffic stop or two armed suspects. Eubanks fabricated the story to cover up a failed attempted suicide.
This time they said I shot a cop, so they put a code blue out on me. What happens next time whenever they say I've reached for something?
Gilliland says he still receives threatening messages.
I'll get what I deserve in the long run. I better run, this, that, and the third.
But now it's Eubanks who may be potentially facing serious charges. And Chief Holland tells me that Eubanks has had no disciplinary problems in the past, and he says that mental health services are available to his officers. But he says that he hopes the public won't judge all of law enforcement by the actions of one officer. Live in Coshocton, Mona Kosar-Abdi, News 5.
An officer claiming he was shot during a traffic stop triggered a manhunt earlier this month. Today, he admitted it was all a lie. It's our top story tonight. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jennifer Black.
And I'm Rich Pierce. It's been 1 week since the incident happened, and after a thorough investigation, police announced the surprising development. News 9's Sean Eiler was at today's press conference. He's live in the newsroom with the shocking details. Sean.
Thank you, Rich and Jen. Brian Eubanks has been fired by the Newcomerstown Police Department. He was taken for a medical evaluation today after admitting his guilt. With no clear motive, personal stress and health issues were cited in his testimony today.
I'm shot in the arm, maybe in the chest. I don't think anything went through my vest.
Intense scanner chatter as Newcomerstown Police Officer Brian Eubanks calls into headquarters explaining he's been shot following a traffic stop.
The initial call produced a gigantic response.
Departments from all over the state, including the likes of the FBI and ATF, responded as a manhunt ensued.
We followed leads. We were chasing down a black geo tracker.
Officer Eubanks gave the name of a familiar suspect to the department, claiming he was the trigger man.
I'll be honest with you, he's got a violent past. He's been a person that's been in a lot of trouble, but in this case he came in and cooperated, and with his cooperation we were able to clear him.
As the investigation progressed,
we tracked down eyewitnesses, we tracked down video cameras, anything that would give us a piece of what was going on.
More and more just didn't add up, leading to a shocking turn of events Tuesday afternoon.
Chief Holland had the officer come in here to the sheriff's office. He brought him up with us. We were able to question him, and he admitted that the entire story was false.
With the truth finally out there, it begged the question, why?
What we know is that the officer confessed today that he has been struggling emotionally with some things since he recently worked on a very serious felony case, happened to be a murder he was involved in, and he states that he has been having some health issues since then, that he has not been sleeping well and not doing well.
Sheriff Orvis Campbell described the incident as a failed suicide attempt.
So when we try to look at that, I think we have to look at the compassionate side. They're no different than anybody else in society. The only difference is they're expected to carry a bigger burden.
The next thing you know, you've got 100 law enforcement officers showing up in 3 federal agencies, and it becomes very difficult to own up to the truth right away. So I think it was a situation that just got away from him. We all feel hurt. We all feel betrayed. But we're going to hold him accountable just like we do everybody else.
Campbell says charges will be filed against Eubanks. As always, stay with News 9 for the very latest. Reporting live in the newsroom, Sean Eiler, News 9 at 10 on Fox 9.
Police across several Ohio counties are looking for the man.
On Your Side starts now.
It's not good because I don't think it mattered if it was me or anyone else. They're out there for blood.
They're armed, dangerous, and on the run. Now police across several Ohio counties are looking for the man and his accomplice who they say shot a cop and just kept on driving. This happened today in rural Newcomerstown, that's in Tuscarawas County.
News 5's Derek Waller is there tonight and found out police think the two were driving around with a mobile meth lab.
The search continues tonight for that man who shot a Newcomerstown police officer and that man's accomplice. All this happened during a traffic stop.
As soon as I got to the window, they shot.
Officer Brian Eubanks approached a black Geo tracker like this one with no tags before he says the passenger pulled out a gun here this morning and fired. Officer Eubanks got shot in the arm. The driver floored it. Listen to his description.
Tattoos up his neck, just to his jawline, bald head. He did have like an armor jacket on, like an exterior bulletproof vest.
That's beyond my scope of imagination.
Neighbors in this quiet town are on alert, hoping those men are caught soon.
Oh yeah, I got 3 kids. So yeah, definitely 3 kids. I'd like to keep the town safe like it is.
For somebody just to open up, it shows you that that person was not in any kind of right frame of mind.
Just give us an idea of how dangerous traffic stops are for police officers.
Very dangerous. I mean, you don't know who you're approaching. You don't know what's going on in that car. You don't know the mental state that the individual's in.
But with hours passing, Town Police Chief Gary Holland fears that black Geo could be anywhere.
It's been put out all over the state. We're diligently looking for it right now.
Officer Eubanks was treated and released from the hospital with a bandage on his arm. He's with his 3 kids tonight, knowing this could have turned out so much worse.
I'm very thankful. God has blessed me today. He was definitely on my side.
And earlier today, state authorities said they had somebody in custody. That turned out not to be the case. Tonight, they're still looking for those 2 men, one of whom is Caucasian, balding with that neck tattoo, last seen driving that black Geo. Anyone with information is asked to call the Tuscarawas County Sheriff's Department. I'm Derek Waller, News 5.
Small-town Ohio cop shoots self-blames ghost. The former Newcomerstown police officer who claimed he was shot while on duty now faces charges for allegedly fabricating the story. Brian Eubanks reportedly shot himself in an apparent suicide attempt while he was on duty April 11, but said he was shot during a traffic stop in which he also saw evidence of a mobile meth lab. The 37-year-old former officer is now charged with 1 count of inducing panic, 1 count of making false alarms, 2 counts of tampering with evidence, 1 count of forgery and 1 count of workers' compensation fraud. The inducing panic and making false alarms charges each carry 2 firearm specifications. The fictional story that this defendant is accused of concocting led to a response involving local, state, and federal authorities, and an Ohio Blue Alert was issued to put the entire state on alert, said Attorney General DeWine. Considerable resources were used to investigate the claims, and there must be consequences for needlessly causing such serious alarm. Officers from the Guernsey County Sheriff's Office, Coshocton County Sheriff's Office, the Tuscarawas County Sheriff's Office, Newcomerstown, Urichesville, Ohio State Highway Patrol, the FBI, ATF, and the U.S. Marshals Service had responded to help when the incident was first reported. He stirred the Ohio Thin Blue Gang to think he was a victim so they would sympathize with him. God knows how many people's rights were violated as a result. He will probably end up with a slap on the wrist.
Hey, Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done...
For life hating so much.
Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. And government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
Well, enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't
Wow.
been on a bike before,
Sheriff's getting a little too pushy. You work for us, Sheriff. Just keep that in mind. At one time we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County COPWATCH with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave a let's say, actually, yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But, you know, do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, you know, at least I can do it. You know, 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea, too, that we have is, you know, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.